Terence Crawford's preparation for his anticipated fight against Canelo Alvarez has sparked intense discussions within the boxing community, drawing attention to his skill set, his relationship with boxing legend Floyd Mayweather, and the challenges he faces moving up in weight. Crawford, widely regarded as one of the most technically gifted fighters of his generation, has been training rigorously, with Mayweather joining his camp to offer guidance and sharpen his skills. Their collaboration has added a layer of intrigue to this matchup, as Mayweather's insights carry significant weight given his own history with Canelo. The boxing world is buzzing with opinions from fighters, analysts, and fans, all dissecting whether Crawford can overcome the size and experience of a formidable champion like Canelo. Crawford's first conversation with Mayweather after training began for the Canelo fight was more than a casual exchange of praise. It was a strategic discussion, rooted in mutual respect and a shared understanding of the sport's demands. Mayweather, who has long been a mentor figure to Crawford, offered clear and actionable advice. He acknowledged Crawford's exceptional boxing ability, emphasizing his precision, footwork, and fight IQ. However, he also cautioned Crawford to remain sharp against Canelo's experience and physicality. Mayweather's words were not about hype, they were a sobering reminder of the challenge ahead. He described Canelo as a big boy and a strong fighter, urging Crawford to tighten up specific aspects of his game to counter Canelo's strengths. The conversation was not about empty encouragement or predictions of an easy victory. Instead, it was a serious dialogue about strategy, preparation, and the need to be at peak performance to face a dangerous opponent like Canelo. Mayweather's involvement in Crawford's training camp has been a significant development. He didn't just offer verbal advice. He actively participated in sessions, helping Crawford refine his technique. Mayweather's presence in the camp was not merely symbolic, it demonstrated his genuine belief in Crawford's potential to defeat Canelo. He praised Crawford's work ethic, discipline, and technical prowess, going so far as to call him the best fighter in the world today. This endorsement from one of boxing's all-time greats carries immense weight, especially considering Mayweather's own undefeated career and his victory over Canelo in 2013. Their training sessions were marked by intensity and focus, reflecting the high stakes of the upcoming fight. The mutual respect between Crawford and Mayweather was evident, built on years of admiration and small but impactful pieces of advice that Crawford has applied throughout his career. Crawford has long admired Mayweather, not just for his in-ring dominance but for how he managed his career and legacy. This admiration has evolved into a meaningful connection, with Mayweather serving as a mentor who understands the ambition and discipline required to achieve greatness. Crawford has spoken about how he takes Mayweather's advice seriously, incorporating it into his preparation rather than merely listening to it. Their relationship is rooted in a shared mindset, an understanding of what it takes to rise above the competition and cement a lasting legacy in boxing. Crawford has made it clear that he doesn't view Mayweather as a rival or someone to size up in a hypothetical fight. Instead, he sees him as a source of inspiration and wisdom, someone whose success he respects and learns from. When asked if he ever imagined fighting Mayweather, Crawford dismissed the idea, calling it grimy, and emphasizing his genuine admiration for the boxing icon. In the gym, Crawford's preparation for Canelo has been meticulous. Training clips show a fighter who is locked in, focused on every detail of his game. His conditioning, footwork, and technique are being pushed to new heights as he prepares to face a bigger, stronger opponent. Crawford's sparring sessions are designed to mimic Canelo's style, with partners who replicate the Mexican star's power and movement. Crawford's jab, in particular, has been a focal point of his training. He uses it to control distance, disrupt his opponent's timing, and create openings for counters. His ability to switch stances seamlessly adds another layer of complexity to his game, keeping sparring partners guessing and preparing him for Canelo's adaptability in the ring. Crawford's training reflects his understanding of the challenge ahead. He's not just preparing to compete but to dominate, proving he can handle the physicality of a super middleweight like Canelo. Mayweather's comments about Canelo have also stirred controversy, particularly his references to Canelo's past issues with performance-enhancing substances. He questioned why the media has not been more critical of Canelo, suggesting a double standard in how certain fighters are scrutinized. These remarks sparked mixed reactions in the boxing community. Some fans agreed with Mayweather, pointing to perceived inconsistencies in how doping allegations are handled, while others viewed his comments as unnecessary drama that detracts from the focus on the fight itself. Regardless, Mayweather's statements reignited debates about fairness and accountability in boxing, adding another layer of tension to the build-up. When discussing the matchup, Mayweather offered a detailed breakdown of what it takes to beat Canelo. Drawing from his own experience fighting Canelo in 2013, he emphasized the importance of strategy over brute force. Mayweather dominated that fight, outclassing a younger Canelo with superior defense, speed, and ring generalship. He advised Crawford to prioritize intelligence and timing, warning that aggression alone won't be enough against a fighter of Canelo's caliber. Mayweather's belief in Crawford is not blind optimism. He sees Crawford's skill set as uniquely suited to counter Canelo's strengths, provided he executes a disciplined game plan. The comparison between Mayweather's victory over Canelo and Crawford's upcoming challenge is inevitable. When Mayweather fought Canelo, he was 36 or 37 years old, roughly the same age Crawford is now as he prepares for this fight. Mayweather had already fought at 154 pounds against opponents like Miguel Cotto and Oscar de la Hoya, giving him experience at higher weights. Crawford, similarly, has moved up from 147 to 154 pounds and now faces the daunting task of jumping to 168 pounds to challenge Canelo. Some argue that if Crawford defeats Canelo, it could diminish Mayweather's accomplishment, as the Canelo of today is older and potentially less dynamic than the version Mayweather faced. However, others counter that Canelo's experience and physicality make him an even tougher challenge now, despite any perceived decline. Canelo's career achievements are undeniable. With a record of 62 wins, 2 losses, 2 draws, and 39 knockouts, he is a first-ballot Hall of Famer. His ability to move up to light heavyweight and win a championship there showcased his versatility and ambition. However, recent performances have raised questions about his current form. Against William Skull, Canelo threw fewer punches than expected, showing a lack of urgency that concerned some fans. Analysts like Ariel Helwani have noted signs of decline in Canelo's mobility and punch output, suggesting that the wear and tear of his career may be catching up. In contrast, Crawford appears to be growing into the 154-pound division and could adapt well to 168 pounds, given his physicality and technical prowess. Crawford's confidence in facing Canelo stems from his preparation and his love for challenges. He acknowledges the skepticism about his size, with critics arguing that moving from 147 to 168 pounds is too big a leap. Comments like, "Canelo's going to break you," or "You're too little," only fuel Crawford's motivation. He thrives on proving doubters wrong, and this fight represents the ultimate opportunity to do so. His mindset is not rooted in arrogance but in a deep belief in his abilities, honed through years of dominating opponents across multiple weight classes. Crawford's record as a unified champion at lightweight, junior welterweight, and welterweight speaks to his adaptability and skill, and he now aims to add another chapter to his legacy. Support for Crawford's chances comes from various corners of the boxing world. David Benavidez, a respected fighter, gives Crawford a strong chance, estimating his odds at 7 out of 10. Benavidez believes Crawford's skill set, combined with his mental toughness and preparation, makes him a legitimate threat to Canelo. Shakur Stevenson, another rising star, dismisses the narrative that Crawford is too small, emphasizing his physical strength and ability to carry his power up in weight. Stevenson has long been vocal about his belief in Crawford, even predicting after Crawford's win over Errol Spence Jr. that he could beat Canelo. Jeff Mayweather, while acknowledging Canelo's danger, also sees Crawford as a more complete fighter, though he cautions against underestimating Canelo's experience. Teddy Atlas, a prominent boxing analyst, is one of Crawford's most vocal supporters. He highlights Crawford's ability to adapt mid-fight and read opponents, setting him apart from most fighters. Atlas argues that Crawford's speed, defensive skills, and ring IQ could exploit Canelo's slight decline in mobility. He acknowledges Canelo's greatness but believes Crawford's unique combination of attributes gives him a real shot at pulling off an upset. Amir Khan, who has faced both fighters, adds another perspective, noting Canelo's power but also his defensive vulnerabilities. Khan believes Crawford's speed and movement could frustrate Canelo, making him a difficult target. The fight, reportedly set for September, is being hailed as a monumental clash. For Crawford, it's an opportunity to cement his status as one of the greatest fighters of his era. For Canelo, it's a chance to prove he remains the king of the super middleweight division. The boxing community is divided, with some seeing Crawford's technical brilliance as the key to victory, while others believe Canelo's size and experience will be too much to overcome. Regardless of the outcome, the build-up to this fight has already captured the sport's attention, with Mayweather's mentorship, Crawford's preparation, and the historical context of Canelo's career adding layers of drama and anticipation. As Crawford steps into the ring, He carries not just his own legacy but the belief of those who see him as capable of achieving the impossible.